Rudy Giuliani is an absolutely cautionary tale. How an individual can go from being the absolute bee's knees, one of the most famous lawyers who became a mayor, not only became a mayor, but kind of became America's favorite mayor, to being a disgraced person who ends up having to pay over $100 million in damages in a lawsuit for a defamation case that never needed to take place. So for many of the people who might be my younger followers, you probably know about Rudy Giuliani primarily because of some of the stuff that happened while he was supporting Donald Trump. But Rudy Giuliani has a way longer and much more rich history than that. For starters, Rudy Giuliani was a prosecutor who was really there when the Italian mob took over New York City. And he was instrumental, or at least made himself appear to be instrumental, in the process of taking down the 5 families. After that, he had developed so much political capital that he ran for and was elected mayor. Not only was he mayor, he was a popular mayor. So much so that he got cameos on Seinfeld. Now, Rudy Giuliani wasn't happy to simply fade in the background, and he became enmeshed with the political machinations of Donald Trump. This resulted in a number of very bizarre things that have happened over the last few years. These include the Senate inquiry where he farted loudly during a question, kind of became a meme over the internet, making comments that were completely unhinged, so much so that they resulted in him, part of a larger thing, but basically resulted in him losing his right to practice law. And finally making defamatory comments, which is the current case we're talking about. He basically alleged, with no evidence whatsoever, that these 2 people who were kind of overseeing the elections were involved in some nefarious way of vote stacking and taking votes out of the machines, and in doing so resulted in a horrible situation where these poor people had their lives turned inside out, with people harassing them non-stop. And now a jury has found that he needs to pay a huge sum of damages, well in excess of $100 million. And so I guess it's a really cautionary tale of how you can one day be the brightest star in the sky and the next day end up in a situation where you've destroyed your life. And I guess, was the juice worth the squeeze? Only he can answer that. But it was bizarre to me that it kind of went on this trajectory, and it's really kind of sad. Follow me for more legal TikTok.